for Tuskegee. And Savannah State will have to keep him in check today.
Indeed, it will be a game. But to keep a player like that in check, just can't let him get the ball.
Tuskegee comes in with a 16-13 record, 11-9. They were the second-place finisher in the West Division of the SIAC. Miles was the runaway champion of that division, but Miles lost in the quarterfinals in a huge upset to Savannah State, who pulled off the giant upset. Benji Taylor in his 6th season as Tuskegee head coach. Tuskegee has not won the SIAC since 2014. And Savannah State, a little bit of a Cinderella run right now. They beat the top seed Miles 63-61 in the quarterfinals before beating Central State yesterday in the semis. And it'll be Savannah State in the blue jerseys, Tuskegee in the white jerseys. And we are set to go. Corey Taylor, Yanis Basel, and Chris King are officials this afternoon and evening. It'll be Tuskegee to win the opening tip, and they go on offense first. Seasbury is number 0 as the ball's knocked away. It's stolen by A.J. King for Savannah, A.J. Plain, I should say, for Savannah State. Driving to the rim, hanging in the air and drawing the foul is Quay King.
We see a turnover to begin the game with. That is pressure. Savannah State is known to pressure the ball full court as well as half court. Right there, they got the steal, came down, and now they're at the free throw line.
And the player we just spotlighted, Seasbury, picked up that foul. So 1 foul already, 15 seconds into the game on Seasbury, as Quay King will go to the line. King, a senior, averaging 12 points a game, leads the team in rebounding, 4.5 a game.
Not a great free throw shooter at the line, only shooting basically 76%, which is fairly decent, but expect for him to always attack the basket and get to the line. But here you go, you've got Savannah showing a full court press back into their man-to-man.
Tuskegee starting 5, we talked about Seasbury. Also keep an eye on Kusame Draper, who's kind of the guy that runs the offense. It all kind of goes through him. He's a big man, a 6'9" junior. As a foul is called on Plain, it is his first.
Again, we will see some pressure defense out there by both teams, but right now, Savannah State, they are up in the pressure of the space of the Golden Tigers.
This is Draper who will attack the rim, had it knocked away. Offensive rebound, shot clock resets to 20. 3 is on the way, it's off the mark. Offensive rebound, Draper under the basket. Carving out space, couldn't finish, and it's out of bounds to Savannah State.
Draper does a good job of attacking the offensive glass. Leads the team in rebounding. But what I like about him, Robert, is that he's averaging basically 2.8 offensive rebounds a game, so that helps the Golden Tigers stay in the mix of things.
7 rebounds a game overall, 16.5 points. Savannah State, A.J. Plain is their top scorer, averaging 13 a game. It's a turnover. Quay King also a player to look for as well. Tuskegee on the attack, laying it up, no good. Offensive rebound of his own miss, D'Anthony Pennington. This is Draper, looking to attack the rim, flips it up too strong, and it's rebounded by King. 0 for 5 from the field early for Tuskegee.
Well, you see Tuskegee going inside. They have an inside-out game, but Draper hasn't converted, but we will see that ball going quite a bit.
3-pointer by Lewis, and rebounded again by Draper.
I think both of these teams will try to push a little tempo here.
Both teams struggling shooting the ball in the early going. 2-0 the score, almost 2 minutes into the game. This is Seasbury. Gets it underneath, and another missed layup, and it's rebounded by King.
And the Golden Tigers are doing a good job of getting the ball inside. Just have not been able to convert.
They've missed their first 6 shots from the field. 3-pointers up and in for Javante Landy. He had 17 yesterday against Central State.
I tell you, when Landy's hitting from the outside, that is a plus for Savannah State. He's known to be a great defender, but when you can get some offense out of him, that is just an extra for Savannah State.
Coach Thompson called him a pit bull. He guards the best player on the other team, which is what he's doing right now. Seasbury scores in a foul. Tough shot for Kevin Seasbury.
We talked about Seasbury being able to score, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. He's just pulling up off the bounce right here. Got a little hit. Falls down. Has a chance for a 4-point play.
High degree of difficulty for Seasbury as he'll go to the line. First points of the game for Tuskegee and Seasbury, who averages 18 a game. Landy picked up the foul, so he's their top perimeter defender, and he's got an early foul, as does Seasbury. Landy off his dribble. Turns it over. Maybe it's a shot. Either way, it's going back the other way for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Good hands there, and a steal by Jeremiah Bars.
Savannah State is known to put pressure out there in the passing lane. One of the things they do is they definitely contain the drive, but at the same time, they contest passes in those passing lanes, and that just allowed them to get that steal for conversion down at the other end.
And Bars goes coast to coast for his first two of the game. He averages 10.5. Quick start here for Savannah State. Nice pass down low. Oh, what a block, but a foul. It'll be called on Bars.
Here you go right now, just a good steal, anticipating the pass, being able to pick it off and just attacking, going all the way to the hole for the finish.
That was Jeremiah Bars, a 6'6" junior from Orlando. Coach said he really fits what they look for in recruiting. Long, athletic, can play multiple positions. As the free throw by Goins is off the mark, a freshman, Noah Goins. Benji Taylor, the head coach of Tuskegee.
You've got Goins at the line. Versatile player, plays both inside and out. Goes out of the game right now. We will see a lot of substitution, primarily with Tuskegee. They play about 9-man rotation, but on the other hand, Savannah State, they're playing 10 deep. So both teams have depth within their roster.
Dylan Cambridge checks in for Tuskegee. This is Plain to the rim, scored on a foul. A.J. Plain really struggled yesterday, off to a good start here.
Yes, he did struggle yesterday, but he's doing pretty good here. One of the things that we'll see, he did well off the ball screen here. Just takes it. Tuskegee is not hard-hedged, so that is something to watch in this game. When you have Plain out there attacking the basket, they're going to have to really figure out how they're going to defend that ball screen, Robert.
Plain missed the free throw, Seasbury the rebound. 4 different players have scored already for Savannah State early on, 4 minutes into the game. This is Rodney Walker Jr., point guard for Tuskegee. Being hounded, lost the ball, picks up the dribble. Still 10 on the shot clock. Seasbury one-on-one with Landy. Knocked away, 6 to shoot. Draper muscles it up, too strong, couldn't finish. Rebounded by Landy.
Well, I tell you, the Golden Tigers are doing everything to get the ball inside. Draper has not scored yet, but he's getting all the looks that he needs.
Nice look down low for King. Oh, turned away.
Oh, said, get that shucks out of here. Met him at the rim. But here you go.
Seasbury fade away.
Oh, my goodness.
He is just on an absolute heater. We asked him, how big does the basket look right now? He said, real big.
It's wide open. He's just in a rhythm. He's in a flow. Nice pull-up off the bounce. Just a good timing and elevation there for the swish and sweep basket.
He has 5 of Tuskegee's 6 points. Nice look down low to Bars, pivoting and fouled.
Tuskegee just playing good defense, putting their hats on what they do. Get a nice block coming down here, contesting the shot, push the ball up the court, and none other than Seasbury with the side step for the separation, and it is swish and sweep.
What an interesting season it's been for Savannah State. They started the year 5-6, and their head coach, Horace Broadnax, who'd been the head coach for 20 years, stepped down in early January. Clevin Thompson, one of his assistants, took over as the interim coach, and they've really turned it around. He's 12-5 as the head coach. You see him in the blue shirt right there in the center of the screen. And he said he appreciates the opportunity from Coach Broadnax, but he doesn't think Coach Broadnax would have left if he didn't think he was ready.
Oh, yes, he was ready. You know, again, coached up under Coach Broadnax, but prior to coming on there, he was at the State Academy for 20 years. So he's an experienced head coach. He's just taking it to the next level. Nothing changes. His philosophy, his system, he's just carrying through. So his voice was already heard in the locker room, on the court, by the players. So it wasn't like they had to go through a whole new transition with another voice. It was just the next guy stepping up. And this time it was a coach, Robert, that came in, and he's got this team going strong.
He's also a grad of Savannah State, class of 2003, as the free throw is up and in for Bars. And again, interestingly, the only time these two teams played this season was back on January 4th. Tuskegee rolled to a 54-41 win. That was the last game before Savannah State switched coaches. Wide open three from the corner for Culpepper. Weak side rebound for Bars.
Here we go. Expect again to see some ball screen action here. And we got to see how the Tigers, that is the Golden Tigers, will defend this, in particular guarding Payne out here. Or Plain, excuse me.
Trying to inflict some pain.
Yes, indeed.
Landy kicks it out for a King three. And it's rebounded by Pennington. Tuskegee 2 out of 11 from the field so far, really struggling to score.
Tuskegee is getting all the looks inside. They just have not been able to convert. They're executing good with their offense, but
it's been only Draper scoring really, check that out. Seasbury scoring so far for Tuskegee. Nice move by Landy. Kicks it out for a wide open Plain three. He got it.
So good penetration right there. That all happened because the defense had to collapse in, and once that defense collapsed in, it was just a nice kick out to Plain, and he knocks it down for the wide open shot.
Savannah State has had the energy advantage so far as the layup is missed. Short jumper by Boyce. Before the shot, offensive foul.
Well, here you go, just, again, attacking the basket, getting the ball. Once you get the ball on the inside, nice spin move here. All right, then a nice kick out, defense collapse. There's nobody there to close out or contest the shot, and Plain just knocks it down.
I think they're going to go to the monitor and review here. The foul was on Boyce.
Previous play is up on a review,
which we figured, but
yeah, that's just Boyce right here. He does the right thing. He chins that ball. He never takes it down below his chest, ladies and gentlemen. He's just strong with that ball. He turns around. That's an inadvertent elbow, if you ask me, but that's what you want your post players to do. So he's just getting strong and wide, pivoting around. Defender just got caught by a bow, but that's the game of the basketball. Is going to happen every now and then.
We'll see what the officials decide. Keep in mind that on a flagrant foul, intent is not a factor. So if they deem there's contact to the head, we'll have to see what the call is. As you take a look at that rule book, whether or not that deems to be a flagrant one foul, we'll see.
Yeah, again, ladies and gentlemen at home, did not look excessive. It's just a basketball move, and he is a post player. When Boyce gets that ball, again, he is to chin that ball. He takes that ball. He does not take that ball below his chest, and he's just pivoting for position. Unfortunately, the defender got clocked in the jaw with that elbow. But, again, I think it'll just be a common foul. But we have to wait and see what the officials have here.
While we have a chance, let's tell you about these two schools as we take another look at the replay. So it was Bars that took the shot to the chin there. Tuskegee, by the way, played in the women's title game earlier today. They lost 68-54 to Miles. The Tuskegee men hail from Tuskegee, Alabama. It's about 2 hours southwest of here in Atlanta. It's just east of Montgomery, Alabama, which is the state capital. Last SIAC championship for Tuskegee was back in 2014, their 6th all-time. And they're one of the original. So no flagrant foul, I believe, was the call.
Yes.
They're one of the original SIAC members from back in 1913. There are 2 other schools that are still original members. Morehouse, where we're holding this tournament at, and Clark, Atlanta. It was, however, a foul, a common foul on Boyce. But not a flagrant foul that would lead to free throws. Full court press shown now by Tuskegee, trying to change things up a bit, down 14-6. Broken smartly by Savannah State, and they'll set up the offense.
Yeah, both teams are known to press. They have great defense, but here you go. You see the Golden Tigers setting back up in a matchup 3-2 zone.
And King knocks it down from the free throw line.
Well, the Tigers, that is Savannah State Tigers, they did just what you have to do against the zone. They took their time, ball went from left to right, then they got that ball inside to the open man at the high post for the shot.
Foul is called.
We will see both teams make adjustments on their defense. These teams, as I stated earlier on, they hang their hats on defense, which has gotten them here in the championship game, Robert. So we'll see an element of surprise every now and then by some zone presses, at the same time some matchups, as well as them going back to their bread and butter, man-to-man.
You talked about the defensive aptitude of both these schools. They are both in the top 10 in the country in points allowed per game, 62, 63 points. Savannah State is 4th. Tuskegee is 8th in points allowed.
Yeah, every coach will tell you in America that defense wins championships. Everybody can score points, but you've got to be able to make stops and defend. And that's their bread and butter, so that's why we see these 2 defensive-minded teams here in the SIAC championship.
Pennington knocks down 2 free throws to end a 6-0 Savannah State run. Savannah State has controlled the action so far. They have never trailed. Good work against the zone again, leads to an open jumper for King. This time he's off the mark, and it is rebounded by Tuskegee and Austin Taylor.
Interesting to see how both teams play the ball screen right there. You had a trap on the ball screen.
Seasbury's off balance jumper. Strong rebound by Goins. He forces it back up. Probably could have pulled it back out. Instead, it's an air ball, and it's rebounded by King.
We have some athleticism out here. Both teams have guards that can rebound. Here you go again. Tuskegee staying in their matchup zone. And Savannah State has done a good job of getting the ball inside, as we see right there.
Get it to that sweet spot to Swift in the corner, playing a 3. Ripped away by Seasbury. He's running in transition, he's fouled. If it's on Landy, it would be a 2nd.
Yeah, if this is on Landy, it is a 2nd, but in the zone, hey, they're just ready to go and score.
Glorious sunshine in Atlanta, Georgia today. Although some clouds moved in later in the day, Savannah State leads Tuskegee 16-8. Tuskegee 16-13 on the year, but they come in playing well. They've won 5 in a row. We talked about that strong defense, and they've got a star player in Seasbury, who we've talked about quite a bit. He's got 5 points already.
Yes, Seasbury is putting up the points right now, but overall, the team is 2 of 15 from the field, so they're only shooting 13%. So, indeed, Tuskegee needs to get some production out there on the court. They are getting good opportunities and looks. They're even 7 or 6 offensive rebounds, but they're just not converting them.
Is that the message in the huddle? Keep doing what we're doing. Some of those layups are going to start to fall.
Indeed. They are executing well. As we saw them yesterday in the semifinals, they take their time and they execute. They can slice you up. But we're seeing a good defensive chess match here because both teams are switching up their defense.
Difficult shot by Pennington, and he gets it to go.
Oh, tough shot by Pennington, but that was off the bounce. He was tightly guarded, contested, just a tough shot.
And you mentioned on the other end, Savannah State is doing a good job attacking this zone. Maybe not scoring every time, but getting good looks.
Yeah, both teams are taking their time, executing on the offensive end by running their offense.
As King is fouled.
Yeah, you have scores out there for the Golden Tigers, and that is just Pennington on the dribble drive, pull up to the corner. Makes the shot over a contested hand. Defense was good, but the offense was better.
Before that last time out, Javante Landy, the best defender for Savannah State, picked up his second foul of the game. He has to go to the bench with under 11 minutes to go. So that's a big loss for them. He's been playing very well in this tournament.
Yes. Landy has, and as you stated earlier, Coach Thompson calls him his dog out there. He goes at it, so we'll see what happens if they will stay man-to-man, trap on the ball screen. But here you go, we see right now them going into their 1-2-2 full court press. That is Savannah State Tigers.
And Landy had been guarding Seasbury, so somebody else will have to pick up that assignment. This is Draper. Nice finish.
Draper's first baskets on the inside. They have gone to him left and right. He just has not been able to convert. But ladies and gentlemen, he is the second leading scorer on this team. He can score. So right now they're in a drought, but hopefully that drought will clear up.
Now 1 out of 6 from the field after that bucket. Active defense here by Tuskegee. This is Plain, the leading scorer for Savannah State. 5 on the shot clock. Plain pops free, thrown into the lane. 2 to shoot. Going to be a shot clock violation. Excellent defense by the Golden Tigers.
Oh, that was great defense. Ball never got inside but till the end, so you got to credit the Golden Tigers for moving on the pass. At the same time, the rotation was good there. Even though they're in a zone, everybody's in line and on the same communication. Again, we want to watch the ball screens. See how Savannah State guards the ball screens.
Well, all sorts of contact there, but no call as King comes away with it. It's knocked out of bounds to Savannah State.
We've now got a 2-possession game, 18-12. The Golden Tigers are creeping back in. This defense, this 3-2 matchup zone, Robert, has caused Savannah a little bit of havoc.
Savannah State comes in 17-11. They've won 7 in a row, their longest winning streak in 7 years. Extra passing, ill-advised, and then a foul will send it the other way for Tuskegee.
Savannah State got the ball inside. It was deflected, and then up the court where the Golden Tigers headed up. And now it's side out of bounds. And the Golden Tigers right now have a chance to bring this within a 1-possession game.
Neither team shooting, well, actually, Savannah State's 5 out of 11. Tuskegee has 18 shot attempts, but they've only made 4 of them. Here's Seasbury. Knocked away, then followed up and in for a score.
Good defense early on by Savannah State Tigers. They are trapping on the ball screen. They're doubling up out there, so it's hard for them to close out and keep up with that ball. Once you start trapping, you're at a disadvantage, and the Golden Tigers were able to take advantage of that.
Plain. Oh, wow. Turned away by Noah Goins. Long pass ahead in transition for the layup that's missed. Oh, and then Goins goes over the back. Pennington missed the layup in transition.
Good defense. That all started on the defensive end. Ball is pushed up. This is a nice layup. He's more concerned about the defender, but he has to go and finish for that. He looks back at the defender. All he needs to be doing is looking straight ahead at the goal. So that's on you, Pennington.
He's frustrated as he goes to the bench.
Indeed he is. That would have brought them into, like I said, a 1-possession game, but still we've got just a 2-possession game, and this is Pretty close here.
Rising for three. Savannah State now 0 for 4 from beyond the arc, as Tuskegee can pull closer. Seasbury. The board volleys to Goins. Quick three by Walker. Two Savannah State players fight for the rebound. Coming away with it is Jordan Michael, a sophomore.
Quick shots out there by Tuskegee.
Plain. Strong rebound by Kusame Draper. Seasbury's been quiet since a hot start. He's 2 out of 6 from the field, has missed both of his threes. Mid-range jumper blocked by Plain and then fouled by Seasbury. It's his second.
Oh, great block there by Plain to get up there. Never see, or hardly do we see, jump shooters get their shot blocked. But just the timing and the elevation right here, great block by Plain, and it's going the other way.
Neighbor, State Farm is there.
A State Farm agent can help you choose the right coverage.
Won it back in 2022, but Brandon, we love the big conferences. There's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of quality play. There's no intensity like the one-bid leagues.
It is. I mean, hey, these guys are fighting for a chance to get into the NCAA tournament and compete for a national tournament. So whether it is Division I, Division II, it is still a championship, and these guys are laying it all out on the court.
Interestingly, this year, not only will the winner of today's game qualify for the tournament, it is a 64-team field in Division II. They split it up into 8 regions. The winner of this game will play in the South region as seeded 1 through 8 in that region. But some folks in the league feels like Miles College, which had a great season, actually could get an at-large bid, making this a 2-bid league.
Well, you know, we think that's going to be the case, but that is up to the selection committee to decide that. But when you look at Miles' resume or just look at their history over the years, they have been a contender in the NCAA. So we can expect them to probably get that at-large bid.
They had an excellent season, but lost to Savannah State in the quarterfinals. Savannah State holding the lead here. Now, Seasbury's out of the game with those 2 fouls. So both Seasbury and Landy have 2 fouls. Taking it to the rim strong and drawing a foul will put Tuskegee at the line.
Again, we're going to see an element of surprise. And right there, you saw Savannah State Tigers come out a little bit in their matchup zone. So both teams, as I stated earlier, Robert, they hang their hats on defense.
It'll put Noah Goins at the line. Goins, a freshman from Mansfield, Texas, had a good game against Clark Atlanta. 6 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 blocks.
Yeah, Goins is only shooting 45% from the free throw, but he's getting those in right there.
If this game is close, that's something to keep an eye on. Tuskegee is the 3rd worst team in the country from the free throw line, 61%. See if that ends up being a factor if the game is close late.
Here you go, both teams again trying to figure out how to execute offensively as well as defensively against the different zones that are shown.
Landy is back in, misses the 3, and it's rebounded by Goins. So Landy playing with 2 fouls, averages 9 points a game. This is Draper. They show the double. Draper takes it to the middle. Missed the shot, but he'll go to the line.
Yeah, Draper's their inside guy. As you stated, looked like a double team was coming on the bounce, but got fouled there. Now he's at the line with an opportunity to knock down 2 shots.
2 quick fouls on Jaden Cousin, a senior from Savannah.
As you stated a little bit earlier, Robert, the Golden Tigers are not shooting great from the free throw line, and you have Draper only shooting 53%. But overall, again, they're shooting 61% as a team. It's going to be crucial down the stretch to make baskets at the free throw line when you are given those.
Even more important in a low-scoring game, which this is kind of trending in that direction.
Indeed.
You really want to take advantage of these free throws from the line. number 2 for Draper. But Draper gets it back. Awkward play in transition. Stolen again, and a foul. That's going to put Savannah State at the line.
These guys are truly out there contesting passes and anticipating. We call it CAR, concentrate, anticipate, and react to the ball. That's what they are doing when they are off the ball. As a good defensive team, you will see those guys do that all the time. So we'll have a lot of steals in this game, Robert.
Seasbury is back in for Tuskegee.
Here they go back into their 1-2-2. That is the Savannah State Tigers off the made free throw.
See if they can get Seasbury going. What has Savannah State done well on him?
Right now, they're playing in the matchup zone too, and both of these guys have to figure out how to get that ball around and get it to the open spots.
Good inside-out passing there leads to the first 3 of the game for Rodney Walker.
When you're going up against a zone, as we're seeing both teams, there's a few things you want to do. One is you want to get the ball inside. 2, you want to try to penetrate gaps. You always want to get at least 2 to guard you. And then 3, you want to look for skip passes. And both teams are sort of doing that to an extent.
Lane hesitated. Landy attacks that zone, throws up a crazy shot off the backboard. Another rebound by Goins and a foul. Jerry Maxino the foul, it's his first.
And while you're in a zone, it is hard to rebound because you do not have a person, you have an area. So again, ball is inside, it's kicked out, defense collapse, wide open shot, and it's able to be knocked down.
Tuskegee is one of the best three-point shooting teams in the league. They're second, 35% as a team. This will be 1-1 for Goins. So 45% free throw shooter. He is 3 out of 4 today. Does not look like a 45% free throw shooter.
Now you're looking at the 6'5", 205 freshman from Texas. That is Mansfield, Texas, out of RWG STEM Academy. Previous school was Loyola in New Orleans.
Gets the roll. Now 5 out of 6 from the free throw line, and he brings Tuskegee within 1. Tuskegee has never led in this game.
They have not led in the game, but what has really gotten them back in the game is their matchup zone. They are known to play mainly man-to-man, but this matchup has caused some problems for Savannah State Tigers.
And Savannah State's only 1 out of 6 from beyond the arc. Plain has that one make. He has their second make. Check that, they're 2 out of 8 from beyond the arc. Looking at the wrong team. Plain now 2 out of 4.
Savannah State was able to get that ball around the perimeter, found the open shot. Plain was able to knock it down. Again, let's watch how they guard these ball screens. Right there, we saw a switch.
Walker could not answer. Seasbury's got it. Knocked away by Plain. Ball's loose. Underneath, Draper will rock the rim.
And that's a 50-50 ball. When that ball goes on the floor, guys got to get on the floor, get some floor burns. And at that time, you saw that ball get picked up and put up and finished by the Golden Tigers.
Plain feeling it. He's got 10 points already, off the mark with the 3 there. And here comes Tuskegee the other way. Chance to tie or take the first lead.
Tuskegee's bread and butter is working the ball screen.
Difficult pass for Draper to handle. Double team, puts it up and in.
Yeah, that's just good hands and good recognition there by Draper, because as you stated, on the pick and roll, the pass was not there. But Draper, being the second leading scorer that he is, was able to make something out of that.
Now 8 points on 4 out of 9 shooting. There was no way he was going to continue to miss around the rim. 48% from the field. Offensive foul on Plain. It'll be his second.
Good defense there by Tuskegee. But Tuskegee right now is feeling it offensively. Loose ball, everybody's on the floor. Find a wide open man, and there's Draper there to flush it down. Nice and easy. Because he is their second scorer. He's got good hands, good feel down in the post, in the paint. He just wasn't scoring earlier, but here you see him with active hands. And once he gets that ball inside, you can expect him to finish strong, just like that.
15-7 run. He has 8 of the points in that stretch, as Savannah State has missed 8 of its last 10 shots. Plain, though, is playing well. He had only 5 points yesterday in the semifinals, 1 out of 7 from the field. Does have 10 already, but we've got a new game. First time it's been tied since it was scoreless with 3.5 minutes to go.
Again, we're seeing a couple of the top scorers. Both of these guys can score. Both of these teams can score. And there you go, A.J. Plain. He right now is averaging 13 points a game, leading Savannah State Tigers. It's just a matter of these guys getting in a rhythm, getting in the flow, and allowing the game to come to them and not trying to force it.
Robert Lee, Brandon Johnson, and the coach, along with our entire terrific ESPN crew from Forbes Arena, Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. Seasbury out of control to the rim, but draws the foul.
As we talked about Seasbury earlier, he is a 3-level scorer. He can score with the three-pointer at the low, mid, and high. Right there, we just saw him attacking the basket, drawing the foul. Now he's at the free throw line.
It's the 3rd foul on Bars, who averages 10.5 a game. Foul trouble becoming a big issue here for Savannah State. Bars has 3 fouls. Landy and Plain, who are roughly 9 to 12-point-a-game scorers, each have 2 fouls. And that could be a huge factor as Tuskegee takes his first lead of the game.
Indeed, it's going to be a factor. One of the things about Savannah State, they have depth, but we're looking right now at Seaspray. He's shooting 75% from the free throw line, and he's able to convert on those 2.
7 points now for Seasbury as the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee take their first lead of the game over the Tigers of Savannah State.
And Robert, it's been this matchup zone that has caused havoc. The only way that Savannah State has scored for the most part has been through outside shots. At first, they were getting the ball inside, in particular to King.
Landy knocks down the 3 to give Savannah State the lead, and he lets Seasbury hear about it.
Well, here you go. Landy is coming off the bench. He had some foul trouble earlier. He's able to step in and knock that shot, and his matchup assignment right now is on Seasbury, so we want to watch that. That is a good matchup to be alert of.
And they both have 2 fouls. Here's Draper spinning in. Still 8 on the shot clock. Seasbury's trapped. He's in trouble. He's being tied up. And a jump ball. The arrow will favor Savannah State to the delight of this Tigers crowd.
Well, here you go. Just great defense, ladies and gentlemen. Great defense right here. But better offense. Just nice step out. That is Landy. Now he's up in the face of Seaspray. These are competitors. This is a championship game, and these guys are going to go home, one the victor and the other in defeat.
Winner qualifies for the 64-team Division II NCAA tournament. Wayne is out of the game right now with 2 fouls. Landy. And it's rebounded athletically again by Goins. It's his 6th board of the game.
Pressure out here. We've seen no fast breaks, ladies and gentlemen. This is a half-court game because these teams are defensively minded and sound.
Draper muscles it up and draws another foul. So that's King, who's also a double-figure scorer. He has 2 fouls. So all 4 of Savannah State's leading scorers have at least 2 fouls.
Crucial. As you stated, that's going to be something to look at, and those fouls will add up. So game plan for the Golden Tigers is to go inside. They get that ball inside, whether it's to Draper or whether it's penetration, they can kick it back out. But they are getting to the line, as we see. Coming back down on the other end, Savannah State Tigers, they haven't gotten the ball inside lately, Robert. They've been shooting a lot of threes, and as we saw earlier, they were getting the ball inside, in particular the Kings. So they got to look more to get that ball back inside against that matchup zone. But
into the game, Jaden Cousin.
Yeah, but here's Draper, as we stated earlier, only shooting 53% from the free throw line, but is able to knock down those, get his team up, or actually tied. Here we go again, 28-28. 1:37 left to go. Can the Savannah State Tigers get this ball inside? They need somebody flashing up at that high post right at the free throw line.
And King had to go to the bench with those 2 fouls. It's a fight for the rebound. 2 Tuskegee players fighting for it with 1:20 to go in a tie game. Plain gets up to check back in for Savannah State.
I like the guard play of Tuskegee. Pennington, Walker, as well as Seasbury. They can all create. They're all playmakers out here.
Oh, should have been a turnover. It hit off the official. Seasbury trying to take advantage to the rim. Lost it on the way up, and a foul against Tuskegee.
Looks like it's coming the other way. Looks like that foul is on Draper, but here you go. Almost a turnover right there. The official is in play, so if that ball hits the official, he's still in play. There's no interference. He is a part of the court, so the ball was still live. You got Draper on the loose ball, so now they're down to shoot at the line.
The foul was on Draper, his first. And it'll put Jordan Michael at the line, a sophomore from Jacksonville. This will be 1-1.
We're in the bonus for both teams. Jordan Michael for the year. I'm sorry, Mikel is only shooting 47% from the free throw line.
And missed it, and it's rebounded by Seasbury. Final 40 seconds of a closely played first half. Savannah State led by 10 early, but Tuskegee came back. It's been close for most of the last 10 minutes or so, and another foul. It's going to be called on Michael. It's his first.
We saw Tuskegee. They do a great job, Robert, of executing in the half court. Coach Benji Taylor runs a lot of sets. And that time it was a little box set, little horns. It looked like to an extent, but they got a back screen, which was enabled Draper to get to the block. Defender was late getting there and consequently pushed him, and now Draper's back at the line to shoot.
It was actually the second foul on Michael. As Draper continues to struggle from the line, he's 1 out of 5.
Free throws, free throws, free throws. Different coaches throughout the country have different philosophies and styles or different philosophies in reference to shooting free throws. Some coaches don't even shoot free throws at all. Some will do it during practice. Some allow these players to do it on their own. But when you look at it, it's all a mental aspect of making the shot. You got to have the mechanics down, and you just got to follow through.
What did you prefer when you coached?
We did this thing. We shot them. We shot them. We called it form shooting, alignment shooting, and we had 3 ways of doing it. I'll explain it later, but we got the reps up in it, and it really helped out, not just with our free throws, but overall our shots.
Turnover. Seasbury in transition. Seasbury being hounded, being hacked. Still 4 seconds left. Big 3 by Walker. It's good! Huge shot by Rodney Walker Jr. at the buzzer to give Tuskegee a 4-point lead.
That ball was moved around defensively. Again, ball comes up on the other side. Everybody's running out. Pass over to the other side. Long closeout, but there you go. Shot up, and you've got Walker knocking it down for 3 points.
Big early lead for Savannah State, but a 26-12 run by Tuskegee over the last 12.5 minutes to close the half. The commissioner of the SIAC, Dr. Anthony Holloman, joins us when we return. Earlier today, it was the women's championship game, and it was Miles College beating Tuskegee 68-54. The Lady Bears go back-to-back and win their 2nd straight SIAC championship. The men's winner will be decided here in 20 minutes or so of the second half, but right now at halftime, it is Tuskegee leading Savannah State 32-28. Robert Lee, Brandon Johnson back with you, and we're pleased to be joined by the commissioner of the SIAC, Dr. Anthony Holloman, in his third season with the SIAC. Appreciate the time, sir. This is my first time here at this tournament. It's a wonderful event. What does this event not only mean to this conference, but the HBCU community?
So this is a great event. This is our first time in Atlanta in 15 years, and so we had a new format this year, and so I'm excited. It's been a very competitive tournament. Our number one seeds went out early, but we have a great game here today.
Yeah, Dr. Holloman, again, this is a great event. How do you guys go about rotating the event in reference to the championship tournament?
So we played the last 2 years in Savannah, Georgia, and Savannah was a great host, but we wanted to come back home. This is the home. This is where my headquarters are. We have two of our founding members, Clark Atlanta University and Morehouse College. So what better place to host our tournament? And so they've been great hosts. This week we've had a number of events to celebrate excellence in our alums. And so this has been exciting for me.
Gotcha.
Dr. Holloman, tell us a little bit about this ESPN coverage, this deal that you guys have struck with the worldwide leader in sports, and what that means to be able to present this to a national audience.
So this has been, tremendous for us. It allows us to get our brand out. And so to have you, we have 22 football games that ESPN covers and our basketball tournament. And so this tournament allows people all over the country to see the product that we have, the basketball that we play, and spotlight our student athletes. So this is tremendous, and we are thankful for the partnership.
Dr. Holloman, there are only two Division II HBCU conferences, SIAC and the CIAA. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, again, this is historic to have that.
No, to be, partnering with ESPN, it sends a message that what we do is valuable, our institutions. We're on Morehouse College campus, one of the most historic universities in the country. And the SIAC is known for not only producing stellar athletes, but scholars.
Now, I got to ask you this. We've been here since yesterday. I have personally. And you're like the mayor around here. This is only your third year, but is there anyone here you don't know? I see you're shaking hands pretty much the entire game.
So I have spent 25 years working at 9 HBCUs across 7 states. And so I pretty much do know everybody. Before I became commissioner, I was vice president for advancement and athletic director at Fort Valley. So, this has been a tremendous honor for me to serve in this role.
Yeah, Dr. Holloman, HBCUs, historical black colleges and universities, have done a lot for young African-American young men and women, in particular with the athletics here. So what are some of the things that we can look forward to up under your leadership?
So one of the things that we're doing is we want to build our brand. We want to tell our stories. We have also have a secondary media rights deal that allows us to have our own SIAC network. And so you can look for big things from the SIAC as we tell our stories and feature our student athletes in all of our sports, not only football and basketball, but our Olympic sports as well.
Dr. Holloman, we appreciate the hospitality. It's been fantastic. It's been a great event. We wish you all the best.
Thank you. Dr.
Anthony Holloman, the third-year commissioner of the SIAC. The men's championship game at the half. Tuskegee 32, Savannah State 28. 32-28, Tuskegee with the lead. Second half action is coming up next from Atlanta, Georgia. The SIAC men's basketball championship game. You are watching ESPN's Champ Week presented by Principal. It's the SIAC men's basketball championship on ESPN. Set to start the second half in Hotlanta. Warm Atlanta, we'll call it today. Tuskegee 32 and Savannah State 28. We're back here. Robert Lee and the coach Brandon Johnson with you. And Brandon, Savannah State controlled the early part of that half, but Tuskegee got rolling and took control going into the locker room.
Yes, Tuskegee did, but that was all because Draper, their second leading scorer, he was only 1 of 5 from the field to begin with. But if you look at Plain coming down right now, he's been shooting pretty well. We see him scoring by driving. We see him also scoring by shooting from the outside. He's right now shooting 3 of 6 from the field and just taking it. But we talked about again, Draper started off real slow to begin with. He had great looks right at the rim. None of them fell, but he has been on a flow right now, making the last 4 of his shots. So scores will score and not stay in a slump forever.
Playing with 10 points, Draper had 10 and 6 rebounds. What do you think the message was in the locker room, especially Savannah State and head coach Clevin Thompson, after they gave away a 10-point lead and really Tuskegee had all the momentum at the end of the half?
Well, I know Coach Thompson is probably telling his guys, hey, listen, we're seeing this matchup zone. We can't settle for all 3-point shots. We have to go what was effective or go with what was effective to begin with. We got the ball inside. Once you get that ball inside, you can break down the defense. So, in particular, going back to Savannah State, what they need to do is get that ball inside the zone, and it'll break down. On the other end, with the Golden Tigers, Tuskegee, they want to continue to attack. They've seen some traps off of the ball screen, but they've been handling it well. So right now, hey, still a game, 28-32, with somebody to be crowned a champion in this half.
Savannah State went the last 2 minutes, 50 seconds without scoring. Tuskegee in the white jerseys, Savannah State in the blue. A lot of foul trouble for Savannah State going into the second half. Inside for Draper, they immediately double him. Gets the ball out of his hands, pick and roll with Draper. Now he's singled up with 7 on the shot clock. Draper drives to the rim and lays it in.
A good take there. Draper is not a 3-point shooter. There was a trap out here in the perimeter, so he got the ball, was able to drive off on a smaller defender and just laid it up nicely at the basket.
7-0 run going back to the first half for Tuskegee. In the corner, it's Lewis. Well off the mark on the 3, and it's rebounded by Tuskegee. 12 of Savannah State's, check that, 13 of their 22 shots have been 3-pointers.
Well, they're falling into the trap. You have Benji Taylor over there who's staying in this matchup zone, and he knows, hey, they're not getting the ball inside. So allow them to keep shooting out there. They're not a great shooting team, only shooting about 31% from the 3, but better yet, defensively, there you go.
No answer for Draper. He's got 14, and he has now made 7 shots in a row in this game.
Again, that's just penetration and dish for the Golden Tigers, and they got the ball inside. But here we go, going back to the zone, which I was telling you. Savannah State has to get that ball inside, which they did right there.
Well done, and scored in a foul for Quay King. Exactly to your point.
Good execution. Good execution. So both teams are trying to do what they need to do, but this is Pennington just driving down and dishing, getting it right to Draper. He finishes up. Savannah State gets the ball on the inside, nice touch pass, and now you have King at the line as a recipient of that dime.
3rd foul on Walker, and Quay King will try to complete the 3-point play.
Quay King has been a little absent early because of foul trouble, and he was the main guy that was scoring on the inside. So it's a difference when you don't have your playmaker that can score on the inside. So now he's back, so I think we will see some more inside play.
Broken 9-0 run, and a foul is called. And pretty much anyone who's out there right now for Savannah State is in foul trouble, actually, except for number 0, Michael Swift. It's only his first, but several players out there have 2 or 3 fouls.
Well, these guys play aggressive, so they're going to pick up fouls. And as we stated earlier, depth-wise, they rotate. That's Savannah State. They'll play about 10 deep, so this is what they're accustomed to.
Draper finally misses. Landy. Nice bounce pass inside for a mid-range jumper, which is good.
That is inside to King. Playing, getting it inside. And his man, Quay King, able to knock it down. So Quay King was in foul trouble earlier in the first half, but since he's been back in, they've gone inside twice, and he's been able to score against that zone.
Into double figures with 10 points, had 11 and 6 yesterday. And in that big upset win over Miles, he had 17, and King comes away with the loose ball. Savannah State on the run, Javante Landy. In the corner, wide open. All alone, playing for 3. as the three ball continues to be an issue for the Tigers. Can't get a much better look than that, especially in transition. And a foul.
Just a little out of control. Tuskegee was really, they got a break right there, Robert. A little bit out of control with that drive. Lost the ball, but that was Walker. Unfortunately, there was a foul called on Savannah State Tigers.
Quick three by Pennington. Rebounded by Cousin.
Here you see the Golden Tigers extending out that matchup zone way beyond the three-point line.
Had been an 8-point lead, but now 4 straight for Savannah State. On a 7-game winning streak, Tuskegee comes in on a 5-game streak. Plain steps into a 3. Strong rebound by Cousin. Feeds it back out for a second opportunity. King missed the jumper. Rebounded by Walker.
Good stop there by the Golden Tigers.
Oh, Landy, a foolish foul. It's his third. No reason to D up like that, 46 feet from the basket. Picks up his third foul.
Well, Javante Landy, he is a defensive-minded player. He's aggressive out there. But again, he's basically 50, 40 feet away from the goal. But really, he's using his body. I didn't see a foul there. I'd give him good defense because he's moving his feet. He's just bodying up.
But
tough call.
It's a perception of a foul, and it's going to get called more often than not. And again, what advantage is there to be gained by D'ing up like that all the way out there? As Draper scores again. 16 for Draper.
We see the Golden Tigers going inside to their guy. Their balanced attack from the inside and out.
Morris is back in the game with 3 fouls for Savannah State. Nice post feed for Cousin. Gets a man in the air. Ooh, missed the shot, but he will go to the line.
Cousin is doing a great job getting the ball inside, using his body and going up. Now he's at the free throw line, coming back.
Champ Week rolls on from Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia, where the SIAC championship has less than 16 minutes to go. Tuskegee leads Savannah State 38-32. You're tuning in. The SIAC is the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. It was founded way back in 1913. It's a Division II conference of HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities. 15 schools covering 7 states. Really some terrific athletic alumni from the SIAC. As you see the game summary here, Draper has been hot. He's got 16. Football Hall of Famers like Deacon Jones, Shannon Sharp, who was a Savannah State grad, John Stallworth, Olympics hurdler Edwin Moses, who was a multiple gold medalist for the United States back in the 70s and 80s. Baseball Hall of Famer Andre Dawson, best known for his time in right field with the Chicago Cubs.
Here we saw Cousins just knock down those shots. He's normally not shooting great from the free throw line, only shooting 56%, but he came in and knocked those 2 shots down. Here you see Savannah State going into their full court 1-2-2 press, gets a deflection there.
When the shot clock stopped, or I think it may have reset when Bars knocked the ball away. So that's going to be an interesting conundrum here because there was 15:49 on the clock when we came out of the timeout. There's now 15:41. 26 on the shot clock.
26 on the shot clock. They're going to readjust that. So
he'll have 6 seconds to get it across. No problem there. Tuskegee with the ball on a 4-point lead. Seasbury's been quiet.
So here we go. We see Savannah State now going to their matchup zone.
Well, I was going to ask you, what's the best way to try to slow Draper down? Is it going to the zone defense and hoping he can't get inside?
Well, we're seeing that right now. You see Draper out top where you want him to be.
Denied at the rim. Shot never hit. Questionable if that shot hit the rim. Instead, it's a Walker 3. Long rebound to Pennington. He'll shoot a 3. Ooh, halfway down, it's rebounded by Michael.
Ball went in and out, but 2 offensive rebounds there for the Golden Tigers. And one of the things you want to do when you get a rebound, you either go straight back up real quick, and the other thing is you kick it out. And they had done just that, but just did not fall for them.
Intensity starting to pick up not only on the court, but in the stands. Winner goes to the NCAA tournament. Boy, a lot of contact there, and it's out of bounds. Wow. Wayne just lost it when Seasbury checked him a little bit. Wayne's saying, hey, where's the call?
Yeah, there was some contact there, and I agree with you, Plain. On this one right here, could have went either way. Could have went either way. Definitely could have been a call, but both of these teams are experienced. They know what they're doing out there.
Seasbury buries the 3. The one guy they couldn't leave open.
Well, we haven't heard from Seasbury shooting that 3, but we know he's out there, ladies and gentlemen, and you cannot leave him open. In the scouting report, you have to know where shooters are. And he was wide open for an uncontested 3.
Yesterday, he went 6 out of 7 from beyond the arc in a 27-point explosion against Clark Atlanta. In fact, in the 3 games of the SIAC tournament, he's averaging 24.5 and shooting 63% from 3.
He's in his zone right now. That is an offensive zone.
Wayne trying to answer. And it's out of bounds to Savannah State.
Looks like it's coming back. Here we go. Savannah State runs a lot of screener action, but they just go straight in top. And here you go, right back to the inbound. Oh, good execution there.
Set play. King couldn't finish, but he'll go back to the line.
Good execution there by Savannah State. Normally they'll do some nice screen-to-screen action, but they just got the ball up to the high post, right back inside to the inbounder, and a quick post feed, and now you have King at the line. I said earlier that both of these teams were experienced. You have Savannah State with 8 returning players. 8 returning players, 5 new players, but 8 returning players give you depth in this day and age. And then on the other hand, with Tuskegee, they had 11 returning players. So both of these teams have true experience. That's why we're seeing them here in the championship game.
A good free throw shooter makes 2. Cuts the lead to 5 with 14 minutes to go.
Savannah State switches up their full-court press. That time it was a 2-1-2.
Dangerous pass. Draper somehow corralled. Seasbury missed the 3. Goins the rebound. Extra pass for Walker. His 3 is in. Second chance 3s are almost always good, it seems like. 9 points for Walker.
Ladies and gentlemen, that ball is being moved around by the Golden Tigers. They can shoot pretty good from the 3-point line, shooting 34% from the field. They just got to find the open man.
Wayne runs into Draper. Wayne's all alone, takes a dribble, missed the 3, rebounded by Tuskegee. They save it back and bounce off the backboard to himself. What a weird play.
Oh my goodness.
He hit the side of the backboard, and it went back to him, to Pennington.
Some ricocheting, huh? Here you go. Savannah is out of their matchup. Now they're back into a man-to-man.
They're trapping ferociously with 8 on the shot clock. Draper looking to take matters into his own hands. He traveled.
Good call, good call. Good defense there by Savannah State. They got the ball to Draper. That is, the Tigers got the ball to Draper, but he was out of position, out of his area. Forced him to drive, and he's uncomfortable out there with that pressure, and he travels.
Tuskegee is forging ahead. Savannah State, only one of its last 6 shots from the field.
Savannah State needs to get that ball back inside, take their time. Don't settle for the 3-point shots. If you're going to take the 3-point shots, they have to be uncontested. But you get the ball inside just like that. Now you take the 3. There
And
you
it
go.
works.
There you go.
Beautiful job. Beautiful job by King, kicking it out for the Landy 3.
Again, they switch up. They go from a 1-2-2 to a 2-1-2. So this is causing some delays here by the Golden Tigers to figure out what's going on.
Draper athletically to the rim. He's got 18. And a timeout. Tuskegee will send us to a break. 46-39. Tuskegee with the lead. One team goes to the 64-team NCAA tournament. He entered Morehouse in 1944 at the age of 15 and would go on to become one of the most influential figures in world history, leaving a lasting legacy for future generations. But he wasn't the only member of his family who attended Morehouse.
Yes, his father was the graduate of Morehouse as well as his sons. So there's a lineage and a legacy of the King family here on the campus of Morehouse College. You also have the King Chapel, which is just across the other side of campus, where the college students go for chapel service throughout.
There's a statue of him as well.
Yes, it is. So this is Atlanta, Georgia, known for civil rights. And you have Morehouse College, which has been a pillar of that civil rights back in the day and really now.
And it's interesting, you talk about this area. They call it the AUC, the Atlanta University Center. It's a cluster of a lot of different schools.
Right. Initially it was composed of 7 schools. You had 4 undergraduates. You had Clark College, you had Morehouse, Spelman, and Morris Brown, and then you had 3 graduate programs. Morehouse School of Medicine, you had ITC, Interdenominational Theological Center, as well as there's one more I'm trying to get. Oh, Atlanta University. But then Clark College and Atlanta University merged. I want to say it was back in 1990. I'm not correct on that. But at that time, now you have CAU, Clark Atlanta University, and then you have still the other undergraduates as well as the graduate programs.
All within a few blocks of each other. Draper blocked by Cousin. A jump ball. The arrow will favor Savannah State, and it'll send us to another timeout. 46-41, good one in the SIC AC championship game. Tuskegee trying to win the SIAC championship for the first time since 2014. You look at the last 5 champions. Savannah State won it in 2022. Savannah State's gone on an interesting journey. They were in the SIAC from the late 60s to 2000. Then they moved up to Division I from 2000 to 2019, went back to Division II in the SIAC in 2019.
Yes, they went Division I. It was the MEAC, but then they came back. So, again, this SIAC is definitely a talented or a competitive league. You see right now the Golden Tigers going back into their matchup zone.
Cousin throws it desperately out for Landy. Still plenty of time on the shot clock here. Wide open 3 for Barnes. Good position by Cousin, who's playing very well off the bench. Second chance 3. Plain missed it. Draper swoops in for the board.
Again, if I'm Benji Taylor over there, I know he's really glad at what's happening right now with his defense. You got Barnes shooting 3s outside for Savannah State. That is the game plan. So got to get that ball back inside Savannah State.
Nearing the midway point of the second half. Draper has had the hot hand. Draper, tough hook shot. Rebounded by King.
Good defense there. Cousins forcing Draper off the block, getting him out of his comfort zone. That was a tough shot for him to make.
King in the sweet spot, kicks it out for a plain 3. He got it.
Inside out. Inside out.
Second time we've seen that exact pass to the same spot.
Right. Nothing is rushed. Shooters are wide open. They can step into their shots. We always tell shooters to be ready. Hands and feet are ready. And the only thing you have to do is step in. So, but that ball has to get inside.
Behind the back pass to Seasbury. 2-point lead with into the under 10 minutes to go. Seasbury pops free for 3. Rebounded by Plain. Chance to tie or take the lead here with 9.5 minutes to go.
These guys are tired. They're putting it all out on the floor right now. This is the championship game in the SIAC, and they're leaving it all out there.
Inside for King. He scores and a foul.
Bread and butter, ladies and gentlemen. Great play. We have a tied ball game, 46 all. Yes, the ball goes inside, but here you go. Looking out, finding A.J. Plain wide open for the three. He's able to knock it down, and then back inside to King, and he's able to finish with the nice touch, and it is swish and sweet. Now he's at the line to make the three-point play. .46 all, Robert. This is a game. These are two heavyweight contenders. This is a boxing match right now. They are throwing blows after blow.
King will go to the line where he's 6 out of 7 today to give Savannah State the lead. They trailed by 8 with about 13 minutes to go.
King shooting 76% from the free throw line for the season. And here you go. Savannah State now back into a 1-2-2. They've been switching it up. Element of surprise. They go a 2-1-2, a 1-2-2.
8-0 run now for Savannah State to take the lead with 9:10 left to go in the SIAC championship game. Flare screen for Walker. They double Draper. He's being hounded. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Energetic defense here, 4 to shoot. Big shot by Pennington.
Oh, good execution here. That ball just went from the right side to the left. Pennington was able to read the defense, drove the right way, and the shot was wide open off the pull-up.
Plain turned it over. 4-on-2 break. Look out, Draper! Oh, and he was fouled. Thought he was going to try to dunk that in transition.
You know what? I thought he was as well, but I've been watching Draper. He's been in the game for quite some time. Looks like he's a little bit tired, but he got this. This is called good defense right here. And then you got a dribble bust out by the big man. I know he wishes he had this one back because he's right there at the rim to flush that.
Third foul on King, and it'll put Draper at the line again. Tuskegee is one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the country. Draper is 2 out of 6. It is a close game. Every shot from the free throw line is going to be important. He banked it in.
A 53% shooter for the year. Banks it in. He'll take it however he can get it.
Kusame Draper from Conyers, Georgia. A half hour east of here. Played with Anthony Edwards in high school at Holy Spirit Prep. Edwards a bit older than Draper. Made 1 out of 2. Offensive rebound for Tuskegee. Trapped and out of bounds. Stays with the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee.
Well, you got 16 seconds on the shot clock. Here you go. Trying to get that ball inside. Can't, but just court awareness throws it off of the defender.
Sees Berry attacking off the bounce. Fadeaway jumper. Couldn't get the roll. Draper had it knocked away. Savannah State's got it. Coming up on 8 minutes to go in a 2-point game.
Good stop there by Savannah State. Needed stop.
King has had the hot hand. 9 points in the second half. Landy attacking. Kicks it out for a huge Plain 3. Hasn't been able to find the range and a foul. I think it's going to be called on Cook. If it is, it would be his 4th of the game. We've got a good one. Tuskegee up by 2.
For Savannah State, you have the 3 amigos right now just scoring all the points for the Tigers. You see Landy knocking it down inside and out. At the same time, we see Plain making the shots while the ball goes inside. King throws it out. But those 3 right there, King, Landy, they are making all the shots inside, making the right reads, getting the ball where it needs to go, and Plain is feeding off of that as well. So you're seeing a balanced attack by the Tigers. They've got to finish out this if they want to be victorious and be crowned champions to go on to the NCAA tournament.
You see the numbers, 3 players in double figures for Savannah State. Plain has had a lot of open looks. He's 3 out of 12 from downtown, and this is a low-scoring enough game and a close enough game that 1 or 2 made threes could be the difference.
Indeed, it is the difference, but we've seen what's truly been the difference is the ball going inside against this zone and it being kicked out. When that ball goes inside, the defense has to close out. Those are long closeouts, and shooters can take their time, don't have to rush. They can just step in and knock it down.
Tuskegee in the white jerseys looking to win the SIAC for the first time in 11 years. Savannah State looking to get back to the tournament for the first time since 2022. Draper is fouled again. This time the foul is called on Michael. It's his third. And it'll put Draper back at the line where he's 3 out of 8. And the last time he was there, he went 1 for 2, but banked in the one that he made.
We're seeing Draper at the line consistently. That's because they are going inside to their big man. That is their game plan. They have a balanced attack out there. That's the Golden Tigers. They can score from the outside as well as the inside. But anytime that ball is inside, we've seen Draper get double teamed. And we got to give him credit. He takes his time and he reads, and he's been making the right decisions off the double team. And now he's converting on these free throws.
Second team SIAC player, Kusame Draper. Over 20 points, makes 1 out of 2 again. Another offensive rebound and a jump ball. Yes, the arrow will favor Tuskegee.
Oh, that's just hustle right there. That was a rebound offensive. That was a wide open rebound for anybody, and you just saw bodies going up.
Second time in a row, Cambridge has offensive rebounded a Draper free throw miss. Number 5.
Gotta put bodies on people. Box out, that is crucial. In the game, there's 3 things you have to do defensively. You have to contain the drive, you have to contest all shots, and thirdly, you have to rebound. And rebound is nothing but boxing out and being physical.
Inside for Draper, spins down the right side of the lane, and he's fouled again. He's gonna go back to the line, the foul on Cousin. It's his third.
They're going to their bread and butter, Robert. They keep going right to Draper. He is a 6'9" post player out there who has the size advantage, and he has the athleticism. He's using his physical body, his skill set to get to the basket. He's not converting, but he's at the free throw line where he's now making shots.
5 out of 11 from the free throw line now. He's been 2 or 3 times in a row. He's gone 1 out of 2. He'll try to sweep the double here. And he does.
You know, early on in the game, or at least in yesterday's game, we saw where Savannah State, they had 12 offensive rebounds in yesterday's game to get that victory. They only have 2 offensive rebounds now, so they've got to continue to work hard, get that ball on the inside, and really battle on the boards.
Getting out-rebounded by 16 as Cousin draws the foul. He'll go to the line. 38-22, the advantage on the glass for Tuskegee. Cousin will go to the line after the foul on Cambridge. Cousin is a 56% free throw shooter.
Cousins has come in and he's done a good job for the most part, using his body to be physical up in the paint. Defensively, he's been wearing down a little bit, Draper. Draper has not converted, but right now he is using his body and his size, and there he's able to convert at the line.
A 6'6", 250, kind of a power pack, shorter, thicker player, giving Draper a little bit of trouble defensively. 4-point lead coming up on 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, it looks like Cousin got called for a push there, just trying to get through a screen. You see Tuskegee setting some back screens.
It's the 4th on Cousin, and it's going to put Tuskegee at the line. They're now into the bonus, so this will be 1-1 for Seasbury. He's the best free throw shooter on the team, 76%. Maxino back in, he replaces Cousin, so they lose something defensively on the interior there.
Size-wise, Maxino is not as tall and is not as physically strong down low, so it'll be interesting to see how they do defend in the post. Look for them to double some more. That is against Draper.
Landy took a little bit of a shot at Seasbury there. Seasbury did not appreciate it as he was trying to box him out. He's giving Landy a piece of his mind right now. Those two have been going at it the whole game. He just kind of Shoved him a little bit on a made free throw. 1 out of 2 for Seasbury.
Landy was going over there to box out, but hey. This
Get him under his skin, right?
Yes.
Distracted him from making a free throw.
He actually did that.
Here's Landy at the offensive end.
Again, element of surprise. You see the Golden Tigers come out of their matchup zone going to man.
Oh, Quay King is having a second half. He's got 17 for the game, 11 since halftime.
Well, that all started because of the penetration. You got the ball inside off the penetration. We saw the Tigers, Golden Tigers, go into a matchup zone. I'm sorry, man-to-man zone, which we've seen them primarily in a zone. So, right read for the Tigers.
Down to 10 on the shot clock. Seasbury the 3. Buries it.
Hey, these guys are going back and forth. What you can do, I can do as well. Still a 2-possession game. I'm surprised that the Golden Tigers have come out of their matchup zone and gone man, because their zone was really working.
6-point lead with 6 minutes to go. And a foul away from the ball will be called against Tuskegee.
Both teams are executing well down the stretch, just finding a wide open Seaspray over there for the step-in 3, and he knocks it down.
Opens up a 6-point lead. Seasbury with 14 points. Lane tried to draw the foul, instead shoots the 3. Knew it was off, and the rebound is out of bounds to Tuskegee.
Plain had the shot, did not take it. As a shooter, you have to shoot in rhythm. You have to be in flow. He was worried about the 3-point line. Should have really just dribbled up a little bit more and took a nice little mid-range shot off of that.
Draper galloping to the rim. He's fouled again.
They're getting the ball inside the Draper. We're seeing him open up his game by attacking from the mid-range. He's back at the line. Again, he's wearing down the defense. They're rotating different players, adding Robert, but he's taking advantage of the defense right now.
And he's starting to make free throws. He's made 3 in a row now. He's 7 out of 13 for the game.
Slow start to begin with. As we stated earlier, he was 1 of 5 with great looks inside right at the rim, but now he's comfortable in his game, and this is their horse. And they're riding this thoroughbred right now.
24 points for Kusame Draper, including 14 in the second half. He's now made 4 free throws in a row to open up an 8-point lead, which matches Tuskegee's biggest of the game. Savannah State needs an answer, and another foul. Starting to be a lot of fouls called here in the last few minutes. Is getting very physical.
Well, we've seen the fouls come twice on the Golden Tigers, and that is because they've gone man-to-man. So now they're a little bit more aggressive at establishing themselves, but they're getting called with some fouls by using their hands and
4
not their
fouls
bodies.
on Walker.
Both teams can play great defense, as we see, but here you go. Those fouls will add up and put you at the line.
1 and 1 for King, who's 7 out of 8.
King has size. He got to the free throw line because he was establishing himself in the post. The defender was trying to get around him, could not, but King with good size. Now he's at the free throw line with an opportunity to make 2.
Now for Quay King. 2 short of a season high. Cuts the lead to 6 as we come up on 5 minutes to go.
Got a switch, got a mismatch out here. See if you can recognize it.
Walker guarded by Maxino. A lot of contact here. Pennington down the lane. Got the roll.
Oh my goodness. That was really nice. As I talked and said earlier, the playmaking ability of the Golden Tigers. You have 3 guards out there that can make something happen. And Pennington, that was good penetration that finished with the left.
4.5 minutes to go. The SIAC championship game. Landy, nice move. He finishes.
Landy finishes with the left as well. So we're seeing these guys go at it. Hey, this is, like I said, this is a boxing match right now, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are battling. 2-possession game. Up under 5 to go.
Here's Draper, guarded by Barnes, who's calling for help. Seasbury, huge corner three. Good job saving it inbounds by Maxino. Barnes on the run. And they'll slow it up as we're under 4 minutes to go and a 6-point deficit for Savannah State with the ball.
Good stop right there by Savannah State Tigers. If they can come down and execute right here, get a good shot. Possibly a 1-possession game, Robert.
Landy forces a three and he hits it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was a contested shot, but Landy is feeling it and he just let it fly.
He's got 16.
1-possession game. We're seeing the three amigos right now for Savannah State Tigers do their thing.
Seasbury one-on-one with Landy. Guarded well. 4 on the shot clock. Draper with 3. Don't want to foul him here. He shoots it desperately. Gets it up on the rim. The follow no good. Oh, and a foul. It's going to put Tuskegee at the line. Cambridge will shoot when we return.
Oh, wow. It looked like, here we go, coming out. Guys are attacking the basket, getting inside, finishing with the left. Come back down on the other side. What you can do, I can do just the same. You have Landy taking it off, pulling it up, and it is nothing but bottom of the net.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Principal. Let's build a retirement and benefits plan that works for your team. It has come down to this. 3 minutes and 7 seconds left to go in the SIAC championship game. The winner qualifies for the 64-team NCAA tournament, the selection show for the men. Late night tomorrow, Sunday night, 11 o'clock Eastern time on NCAA.com. You'll lose an hour of sleep tonight, by the way, so it's 11 o'clock tomorrow night on NCAA.com to find out where the winner of this game goes. They'll play in the South region. There's 8 regions in the D2 tournament. They're seeded 1 to 8 in all 8 of them.
Yeah, that foul we just saw there, that was called on play. Unfortunately for him, he did push off. And that's why we have the Golden Tigers at the line. When we talk about boxing out, now again, Savannah State did a good job of boxing out. When you box out, there's 3 things you want to do. You want to make contact, you want to create space, and then you got to go get it. At that time, unfortunately for playing, him creating space was his push off, and that's why you have Dorans at the line.
1 out of 2 there. It's rebounded by Savannah State, who trails by 4. Robert Lee, the coach PJ here, along with our entire terrific ESPN crew with you from Atlanta, Georgia. Forbes Arena at Morehouse College for the SIAC championship. Under 3 minutes to go.
Golden Tigers back into their matchup zone.
Knocked away from King. 6 on the shot clock. Forces it up. Halfway down. Long rebound track down. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Savannah State with a fresh 20 on the timer.
Way to run that ball down. They have another possession right here. That is the Savannah State Tigers. Tuskegee Golden Tigers went back into their matchup zone, which startled the offense of Savannah State for a second. So let's see what happens here in their execution. They run a little staggered here for playing.
Step back by Landy. Splashes it.
Oh my goodness. He's feeling it, ladies and gentlemen.
18 for Landy.
Landy had play coming off the stagger screen, but it was well defended. So as a playmaker, he just read it, was able to pull up and create that separation with the step back and knock it down.
2-point game, 2:10 to go. Seasbury, awkward one-handed shot, rebounded by King. Chance for Savannah State to tie or take the lead.
Good defensive stop there by Savannah State. You have Landy filling it.
Landy down the lane. Draws the foul.
Landy is just taking it to the hoop, ladies and gentlemen. Right here. Gets some down the hill. Separation with the step back. Has the nice touch and a nice feel. comes back the second time down, attacks the basket, gets to the hole. Now he's at the line to shoot 2.
He's 2 out of 2 today. He is a 72% free throw shooter who makes the first.
These guys are playing. We have up under 2 minutes left to go. 1-point game. Opportunity to tie it here. We got a tie ball game, ladies and gentlemen. A tie ball game, and somebody's going to be named champion of the SIAC championship right here.
4 ties, 5 lead changes. Tuskegee has the ball. Both teams with multiple timeouts left. Both teams in the bonus. Seasbury pump fakes, shoots it from 16. Followed by Draper, up and in.
Oh, good offensive rebound. We talked about offensive rebounds earlier. 4th shot there by Seasbury, but Draper was right there, the 6'9". Junior able to put it back in.
Listen to this crowd. 80 seconds to go. Tuskegee by 2. Landy feeling it in traffic. Flips it up and in.
This is a ball game. This is championship caliber play. And it's coming down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen.
Winner goes to the tournament. Loser goes home, tied up with 1 minute to go.
Walker has a mismatch to see if he uses it right now. Watch the ball screens. They are switching and trapping.
13 on the shot clock. Wide open. Underneath. Stumbling. And a jump ball. The arrow will favor Savannah State.
Great call. Great call. Good defense. Good defense by Savannah State. That ball was swung around, trying to keep up with it. Here you go. This is just a shot. And who's there for the offensive rebound? Draper to put it back in. And here you go, coming back down. He's feeling it. He is in a zone. That is Javante making it happen.
63-63, 45 seconds to go. Both teams have multiple timeouts left. Savannah State's going to use one of theirs. We'll take a 30-second timeout. 40 seconds left to decide a champion. In a row. Their coach retired in early January. They got a new coach. He's turned things around. They beat the top seed, Miles, in the quarterfinal on Wednesday. Tuskegee, they come off a big win over Clark Atlanta, one of the division winners yesterday. They've won 5 in a row. They're trying to win the title in the conference for the first time in 11 years. And this crowd knows that they're fired up.
This is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming down to possession, valuing the ball, executing on offense, and getting defensive stops. Championships are held and won on defense, but somebody's going to have to come through and make a bucket on offense.
There's a 15-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, so barring an offensive rebound, there's a good chance this will be Savannah State's last full offensive possession of regulation.
Coach Thompson called that timeout. See if we see a high ball screen. He's got it in the hands of Landy. Javante Landy's been feeling it. Here's the high ball screen.
Gets it to King. Back to Landy with 8 on the shot clock. 20 seconds left. Landy bumped, double team, 4 to shoot. Huge 3 for Plain. It's good! Oh! A.J. Plain gives Savannah State the lead.
Oh my goodness. Great execution there. What we saw was the high ball screen come out, and the Golden Tigers, they trapped that ball screen. But you had Landy being patient, retrieve dribbling, getting that ball out to the other side, and it was left open for a wide open Plain to knock it down, and he steps right in and takes it. Here it is, the trap, they're doubling, gets it to the middle. King has a court awareness, it's just a touch pass, and there is Plain. He's knocking down the 3 for an uncontested shot, and now we have, a 1-possession game with 16.3 left.
Let's reset it. Tuskegee just took a timeout. They have 1 left. Savannah State has 2 left. If Savannah State fouls, they're into the double bonus. It's a 2-shot foul. The possession arrow, important here, favors Tuskegee. Tuskegee today is 5 out of 17 from 3-point range. Now, they still got time to get a quick 2, foul, play that game. But shooting the 3 They've been good this year, but it hasn't been a huge weapon today.
It has not been a huge weapon, but we got to talk about the defense, because first they got to get the ball in, and then they got to get it up the court. And Savannah State, you know they're going to come out with their press. We saw them yesterday up by 5 and still pressing. So it's going to be tough to get off a good three-point shot against this zone press. It's either going to be a 1-2-2 or maybe a 2-1-2, but I'm thinking it's going to be a 1-2-2. Let's check and see.
Can Savannah State get one more stop to try to win this championship? Savannah State in the blue, Tuskegee in the white. Tuskegee down by 3. They have one timeout left. There's 16 seconds to go. They've got Seasbury, Draper, Pennington, Walker, and a new face in the game, Whitmore. Here's Pennington with 10 seconds left. Kicks it out for Seasbury. Steps back for 3. Bang! Bang! Kevin Seasbury ties it. Here comes Savannah State with 4 seconds left. Landy, timeout. Timeout.
The shot, the clock never moved. The clock never moved. The clock never moved. The officials are calling a timeout, or I'm not sure if Coach Thompson called the timeout. But the shot, the clock never moved. It's still at 4.3, I believe. They're coming over to check things out. We're looking at this. Here you go, 10 seconds at that point. Shot is made. Look at the shot. 6 seconds. I take that back. The clock was on point. The clock was on point. Timeout called by Coach Thompson over there. Officials are on top of it.
So I think they're reviewing to see how much time should be on the clock. The question is, when was the timeout called by Savannah State?
Where will that ball be taken out?
So there could be more time back on the clock. Savannah State did call a timeout. Huge shot by Seasbury to tie the game with, for the moment, about 4.5 seconds to go.
So it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, side out of bounds, but it was before they got past the midcourt. So the ball will be taken out, side out of bounds in the backcourt. Looks like the time is going to be the same at 4.3. Plenty of time, plenty of time. You can attack the basket this whole time. So the most important thing right now is the inbounder. The inbounder has to get the ball in. It is a dead ball, so he cannot travel on the sideline. Look for some screen action to perhaps get open. But after that, I'm looking for them to just attack the basket, penetrate all the way, or a nice kick out.
And keep in mind, it is a tie game, so a foul will send Savannah State to the free throw line. Now, Tuskegee is not into the bonus, in the double bonus, so it would be 1-1 if it's not a shooting foul.
Yes, indeed. Now, we've seen both teams be an element of surprise defensively. Savannah State was known for their full-court press, but it was a zone, 1-2-2 or 2-1-2. That time they came out in a man-to-man. We know that the Golden Tigers, that is Tuskegee, they're known to play their half-court matchup zone, but they went to man-to-man. So we're going to expect some pressure further out, but it'll be interesting to see how the Golden Tigers defend it.
So they're going to say it is into the front court with 4.3 seconds to go.
All right, they move the ball to the front court.
It's an advantage for Savannah State. They'll come out with King, Landy, Bars, Plain, and Maxino.
And here you go. The Golden Tigers are matching up man-to-man. They're double teaming right now Landy with nobody on the inbound. So the inbounder, that is King. He has a wide open look. They're not going to let Landy get this ball at all.
One timeout for each team. They get it to Landy. He drives to the rim. He hangs in traffic and draws the foul with 2.6 seconds to go.
Wow. That was courageous. You had a double team on Landy. They could not deny him from getting the ball. Did not have anybody on the inbounder. That was King. He was able to throw the ball over top. Great read by King to Landy, and he just drives and gets to the basket.
Landy is injured on the play. So Landy is injured right now. Now, Landy, they're being tended to by the sports medicine staff. There's 2.6 seconds left. And the question is, will he be able to take the potential go-ahead free throw?
Looks like he will.
Javante Landy. Timeout called by Savannah State at Savannah State's last timeout.
Looks like knees collided. But right pass to Landy, and he makes the right move by attacking the basket.
And he didn't settle for a jumper there. Getting to the free throw line is an opportunity to take the lead with this much time left, and so little time left in the game. Didn't settle for a jump shot and attack the rim.
No, you had to attack the rim. Attack the rim. If nobody was there, you kick it out, but he did the right thing. He actually lunged at the basket.
Also, they managed to throw it to him even though he was being double teamed on the inbound.
Well, you know, when you have a double team, you can't let that happen. There was nobody on the backside. They allowed him not to get the ball in right here in front of us. But at the same time, those defenders, they got to communicate, say, hey, I got top side, you got backside. Or I got front side, you got backside. But there was no communication amongst those two defenders. That is the Tuskegee Golden Tigers, which allowed Landy to get the ball.
72% free throw shooter for the season. He's 4 out of 4. He will have 2 shots, 2 chances to give Savannah State the lead.
Plenty of time right here, 2.6 seconds.
Tuskegee does have a timeout left if they want to use it. They could call a timeout and then inbound at the length of the court. Landy hits 1 out of 2. Timeout Tuskegee. So they will call the timeout. It's their last one, and they can set up a play to go length of the court with 2.6 to go.
Amazing. This is Champ Week, and we begin right here with the SIAC Championship. It is coming down to 2.6 on the clock with a 1-point game.
So let me ask you this, BJ. Are you a fan of the Leitner type play, or more the get a guy in the backcourt going towards midcourt and shoots it from, let's say 30 or 40 feet?
It can go either way. We're all familiar with the Leitner, Duke against Kentucky, but we can also go some Valparaiso with Bryce Drew. Look for some type of screen action.
Okay.
All right, to get the ball up. But 2.6 seconds left. You can get a 1 dribble bounce and a nice shot off.
Again, a 1-point lead, so chances are a shot by Tuskegee would be for the lead and the game. If you're Savannah State, you absolutely cannot foul in this 2.5 seconds. Because Tuskegee is in the double bonus, they would be able to go to the line to try to tie or win the game.
Correct.
So you have to defend without fouling. In the game for Tuskegee, inbounding the ball is Walker. Seasbury clearly their best offensive threat. Walker will inbound length of the court. He throws it all the way into the front court. Draper had it knocked away. It's loose. It's loose. Savannah State wins it. 67-66 the final. Savannah State's headed to the tournament. Savannah State, a team whose coach retired in early January, turns its season around, wins 8 games in a row to end the regular season, and they're headed to the NCAA tournament. Their crowd is elated. Second time in 4 years.
The number 4th seed on the east side was not supposed to be here, but they came off and they knocked off the number 1 seed on the west side. And here they go now. They are in the championship game, and they are going to the NC2A tournament, all because of their play. Those guys believing in each other, working together. and pulling it through.
They were down 8 with 5 minutes to go. They closed the game on a 17-8 run to win the SIAC championship. Hard-earned and well-deserved.
Well, definitely well-deserved. Coach Thompson has put his stamp on this team, taking over, and as you just said, from Horace Broadneck's interim coach. I'm pretty sure that title might change because he is definitely giving the Tigers what it takes as far as leadership onto the NC2A tournament.
A.J. Payne overcome by emotion as the Tigers reach the promised land with a thrilling 67-66 win. And Landy took over down the stretch. He had 14 of Savannah State's last 17 points.
Well, Landy got into a little foul trouble earlier, but when he came back in the game defensively, he got into the mindset of a couple of those players, in particular at the time, Sesbury at the free throw line. But Landy, it was in him. You could see he just was determined to win this game and battle through. And it showed, ladies and gentlemen, because they are victorious. Going on now to the NC2A tournament.
Third championship in school history for Savannah State, most recently 2022. They win it here today, 67-66. They're going to make the joyous 3.5-hour trip back down the highway to Savannah, Georgia as SIAC champions. Terrific game here. SIAC Men's Championship. Final score, Savannah State 67 and Tuskegee 66. For Brandon Johnson, our entire terrific crew, Robert Lee saying so long from Morehouse College in Atlanta. Champ Week is here, everybody.